United, interim manager is what they're proposing.
Yeah.
There could still be the possibility of a permanent fix in this period of time, but it looks like he's going to be the interim manager, and then after that, he'll be in a consultative role, but essentially doing a technical director job for 2 years. How good a piece of news do you think this is for Manchester United Football Club?
So do you want the good news first or the bad news first?
Give me the bad news first.
Okay, bad news is, because I was just doing a bit of research on him, he's not really won that many titles. So he's not really known as a winner. So when I'm looking at it, like, how many league titles have you won? How many Champions Leagues have you won? So he's not known for winning things. So I don't think that him coming into Man United, he really knows how to, how can I get past Pep and Klopp? How can I win a Champions League? Because when you look at his history, there's a DFB Pokal Cup there, runners-up with Schalke in the Bundesliga. So there's not that much there. So that's the bad news. The good news is he was actually one of the proponents of the gegenpressing. So he was one of the guys that proposed to really win back the ball from opposition as soon as you lose it. So the key thing isn't really him as manager, it's him as sports director. Because what that is about is that, okay, we now have a footballing philosophy. Why City are so good is because Pep is like, if you come into Man City, this is how you play. And there's a synergy that comes with any free player that comes through and even through the youth team. So what Rangnick will do is youth team, players coming in, youth academy, we have a way of playing because the issue with the United is you don't have any personality.
First of all, yesterday I went on a scouting mission. I went all the way to Manchester, went to go watch Pochettino. I was like, what is this guy? What can he bring us to United? Boy, I had to send the scouting report back to Ed Woodward. I said, no, we can't do this guy. So, I'm sorry, listen, man, Poch seems like a great guy, but I'm here for good football. And nah. But anyways, Ralf Rangnick, this guy is a footballing genius. He is the godfather of gegenpressing, as we all know. He's influenced great managers such as Tuchel, Nagelsmann, Klopp. And for me, I kind of look at what they did at City, right? Even before they got Guardiola, they were getting guys who were at Barcelona who could run a football club from the top. Because, okay, you got the top guys who can run the business, but they run the footballing side of things. So for me, Rangnick right now, yeah, he might not win us trophies. He probably doesn't have a good legacy of winning trophies at all. But he will set us up for the next 10 years, the next 15 years, even if he's not there, that the structure of the football club will be run properly. Because for the last 10, 15, even 20 years, this football club has been run like a business. From now on with Rangnick, you have the potential to be run like a football club.
Ralf, first of all, let's thank Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, first of all. We would not. Honestly, without Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we wouldn't have footballing men even looking for potential managers in the future. So first of all, we have to respect him for the job he's done upstairs, not just on a football pitch. It's bigger than that. Running the club is not easy. People don't even understand that. And Ole did a great job of that. So obviously, I want to say thank you to him. Ralf Rangnick, I'm more excited about his 2-year consultancy role rather than the interim job. That interim job, right now, the way that we started this season, it's not like we're going to win the Premier League this season. Champions League, you never know, but I doubt that it's going to become, Ralf Rangnick leading us to Champions League glory the same way that Tuchel had the instant impact at Chelsea. But what I do think is that 2-year consultancy role could be exciting for the future, because what I believe is that it's possible for him to, like Leaz is saying, put in some foundations that Man United haven't had in place for a long time.
On the short term, I'm not worried too much. It's the long term I'm really worried about, because like them lot said, this is potentially one of the greatest minds in football. Guy has heavily influenced Tuchel, Nagelsmann, Klopp, Marco Rose. Do you get what I mean? His gegenpress is absolutely brilliant. Klopp saw that, liked it, and adopted it to his style. And it's just me watching Man City happen all over again. Before, they brought in Pep, they brought in his backroom staff, brought in the brilliant minds, and then they brought in Pep, and boom, top of the table, top of the league, winning league titles. Now they brought in, Rangnick. He's going to the back room. They're getting rid of Woodward. If this guy's making the decisions, it could be very spooky for everyone else. I can't even lie.
Gunnar King, listen, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but it's not guaranteed to work. It's a 2-year consultancy role. Do you know what consultant is? He can come in, he'll offer his advice, they're not obliged to take it. Do you understand? So, yeah, it's great. They can come in, Ralph can do what he needs to do, and yeah, he's got a brilliant mind and all that, but if bloody Darren Fletcher isn't absorbing the information, then who cares? If John Murtock isn't absorbing it, who cares, bro? His mind can be as brilliant as he wants, but it's not going to go anywhere. They're not going to do anything. That's a fair point.
United. Is it Glazers in?
What a waste. What a waste.
Because if he's coming in and you're trusting all of it, are you trusting the Glazers? Are you supporting the Glazers now?
That's what I wanted
They're not
to say. I wanted to say, whoever has made this decision, I have to give them props, because I even came on Terry's show. I said, do not hire just the best available manager now. Don't give him a 5-year contract just because he's available. They have basically sat back and said, this is the plan we want to follow. Get someone till the end of the season, go to the summer, identify our guy, and go from there. So I have to give whether it's Joel Glazer, John Murto, whether it's, I don't even know, Ollie's former dog, whoever did it, fair play. That's a huge decision.
Look, I think there's lots of questions to be put out there in relation to will it work, will it not, and to the Glazer in thing. Look, it seems like a good decision now. Adam's right, though. We have to watch and see what they do. It's double-edged sword for me. If it's a good decision and they stick by him and they listen to him, we will undoubtedly improve. If in 3 months of him being in the role, he walks away because the Glazers are absolute charlatans, it should then expose the biggest problem at Man United ever, period, point blank. You know, above and beyond managers, above and beyond players is the way they run things. So for me, it's a double-edged sword that's only going to show up their inefficiencies or demonstrate that they're trying to go in a new direction. You can't get the Glazers out. What you may be able to make them do is change the way they operate the club, and that needs to be improved.
For me, there are 2 ways of living life. Disney Plus or reality. You see, if you subscribe to Disney Plus, then all you guys were saying is true. He's going to come in, change the philosophy, do amazing things. Glazers are going to come there and say, we love you guys. Glazers will start sharing with the United fans. That's Disney Plus. Reality, i.e. HBO, i.e. like Channel 4, like real stuff. The reality is this. The Glazers will... No. Yeah, good. It is real.
The Sopranos, bro.
Those white walks are real. But my thing is that the Glazers, they'll never change. They'll never care. And the thing is that the Glazers will always look at United as a brand.
So where you're wrong, though, so you're wrong is when David Gill and Fergie were running the club, they got success. If they have the right football people running the club, they spend enough money to yield success. They care about making money. They've just picked the wrong people. Fingers crossed as a United fan. I don't like the Glazers, but I hope this is the right decision. Viewers, how do you see this going? We want your comments in the live section or the comments below if you're watching the playback of this show.